It has been quite a long time since I made a political commentary video. So, we already know what's on everyone's mind right now. So, you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about this. How the hell did it take me a couple of days to start talking about this topic? No, seriously, that is a question that I do not have the answer to. Anyway, hello everyone. You already know who I am. No introduction needed. Yeah, again, it has been quite a long time since I've done a political commentary video, and this is actually the first one I'm doing as a Republican. That's right. As of January 2025, I am no longer a Democrat. I had my political affiliation legally changed from Democratic to Republican in January. And speaking of which, I'm going to be working on a project titled Why I Left the Democratic Party. I hope you will stay tuned for that project because I have so much to get off my chest in that upcoming video. Stay tuned for its release. But look around you. I've got Old Glory in the background and I've got a new gaming chair. So yeah, look around. Do you like what I've done with the place ever since I've changed myself? Anyway, the subject that's on everyone's mind is the fucking Epstein files. And I'm here because the MAGA movement is collapsing right before our very eyes because of it. And I'm all here for it. Trump's own supporters are leaving him in droves after he insulted his own voters for caring about the Epstein files. There has been a massive influx of infighting within the MAGA movement this year. First, the Donald Trump and Elon Musk feud, where after Elon Musk left the Trump administration, he went on to start forming his own political party, which is essentially just another incarnation of the Reform Party. This nigga really thinks he's Ross Perot. Newsflash, you're not. Anyway, Donald Trump released a whole statement on Truth Social the other day, where he's basically calling the whole Jeffrey Epstein situation a waste of time, and he's saying stupid shit like the whole Epstein shit was created by Obama and the Biden administration as a cover-up and shit like that. It's crazy once you realize that even Trump's supporters know that's total bullshit. But yet there are still going to be some people who are going to continue believing every word he says as if he's the second coming of Jesus Christ, which, newsflash, he fucking isn't. And for those people who are still in the MAGA movement, who are willfully and blissfully continuing to believe every word that comes out of that sewer hole Donald Trump calls a mouth, if you're still believing any of the nonsense that comes out of him, then clearly you need to go to your local doctor and get your fucking brain examined, because obviously it's missing. Because literally anyone with a modicum, a mere iota of common sense would know that every word that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth is bullshit. And it's obvious why he doesn't want to release the Epstein files. I never want to hear these MAGA supporters claim to quote-unquote care about the children when they're literally out here defunding PBS and NPR, the former of which has actually enriched children's lives, myself included, and has educated them and taught them new things over time. And everyone who believes that PBS is just quote-unquote woke left trash, you people are all lobotomized retards. And I'm gonna say this about you right now: if I ever had a child and they grew up to be as retarded as you are, the first thing I do is abandon them in the woods and then make my wife get a hysterectomy so that she can't create another one. Oh yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there. There are actually a handful of Trump supporters who actually regret voting for him and actually regret supporting him. And I'm gonna say this: those MAGA supporters, or should I say ex-MAGA supporters, they don't deserve my sympathy. You knew what was gonna happen. You knew that you were voting for a guy who will literally die in the future without ever knowing or caring who you are. Like, you literally voted for a guy who, if you died tomorrow, he wouldn't know or care that you ever existed. But yet you're still praising him. You chose, of your own volition, you voluntarily chose to continue performing fellatio on that tiny microcephalic object between Donald Trump's legs called a fucking penis. You knew what the consequences were. We tried to warn you, and you blatantly refused to listen anyway. We tried telling you. You should have listened to us. Like, while it's true that some of the information that we were provided was just more fear-mongering from the Democrats, it still doesn't change the fact that they were still, despite the fact that I disagree with them on a lot of things now, they were actually right when it comes to the state of Donald Trump's current presidency. But yeah, Donald Trump released a whole statement regarding the Epstein shit, and I'm not even gonna bother reading this fucking word salad. Just take a look for yourself and you will lose brain cells faster than I have upon reading it. Like, my god. My god. I don't even know what to say about what Donald Trump has been saying here. So I think this clip from Billy Madison explains it better than I could. Take it away.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Thank you. Now, I'm gonna get right into the other shit that I've been seeing, because I've been seeing a massive influx of MAGA supporters and Republicans and right-wingers leaving Donald Trump in droves. I'm gonna read all this, and some of the people who have actually commented on this include people like Candace Owens. She says, and I quote, "Barack Obama wrote the Epstein files? Lol, this is outright embarrassing." That's followed by the Hodge twins saying, and I quote, "Anybody saying to just get over the Epstein list cannot be trusted." That's followed by Brian Tyler Cohen, who says, and I quote, "The Epstein files are on Pam Bondi's desk right now, but also they do not exist, and were written by Obama and Hillary when Epstein died in 2019 when the president was Donald Trump." The lack of logic from MAGA supporters makes no fucking sense. That's also followed by Megyn Kelly, who says, and I quote, "There are really only two options. Number one, there's no huge undisclosed there on Epstein. Bondi misled on it until she did it, and Trump is quick to forgive a loyal soldier for being desperate to get on TV. Or, number two, there is a scandal that's being covered up and it's at his direction." That's followed by Evan Kilgore, who says, and I quote, "Donald Trump just said the Epstein files are untrustworthy and that we need to move on. Nail in the coffin. I won't defend this. I'm disgusted." That's followed by Riley Gaines, who says, and I quote, "I serve Christ, not a politician. That being said, no way we're gonna act like the proven harm and abuse Epstein caused never happened. His victims deserve so much better than that. There is no line to walk when it comes to sex trafficking, especially of children." That's followed by Isabella Maria DeLuca, who says, and I quote, "I was arrested and had my home raided for January 6th, yet not a single person on Epstein's client list has had their name released, home raided, or even arrested. Insane." That's followed by Nick Fuentes, of all people. Nick Fuentes is commenting on this, and he says, and I quote, "So now Donald Trump is claiming the Epstein files are a Democrat hoax? Lol. MAGA is dead. Good riddance." There's also a statement from fucking MTG, of all people. I'm not kidding. Marjorie Taylor Greene actually commented on this. And she said, and I quote, "I am proudly co-sponsoring and will sign the discharge petition. I will never protect pedophiles or the elites and their circles." You already know you've crossed the line when MTG, of all people, is condemning your actions, Donald Trump. That's followed by Thomas Massey, who made a statement saying, and I quote, "We all deserve to know what's in the Epstein files, who's implicated, and how deep this corruption goes. Americans were promised justice and transparency. We're introducing a discharge petition to force a vote in the U.S. House of Representatives on releasing the complete files." It's crazy how Donald Trump is literally begging his MAGA voter base to stop talking about the Epstein files. But guess what? I'm not a part of the MAGA base. I will never be a part of the MAGA base. But everyone on both sides of the political spectrum, it's surprising. Congratulations, Donald Trump. You've united both sides of the political spectrum. You actually managed to unite both the Democrats and the Republicans against you because of you and your administration's blatant refusal to release the Epstein files. In fact, I feel fucking betrayed because members of my own party in the House of Representatives unanimously voted against releasing the Epstein files to the public. It was 211 Republicans against the vote of 210 Democrats. Words fail to describe how infuriated and disgusted I am by the results of that vote. So thank you for making it abundantly clear that protecting a registered sex offender who committed suicide while he was imprisoned mattered more to you than the safety of children. That mattered more to you. I never want to hear MAGA Republicans try to morally grandstand saying that they quote-unquote care about children when all they're doing is literally defending a fucking pedophile who, alongside Donald Trump, committed sex acts on minors. And there's literal evidence of that. And yet people are still choosing to dismiss it because Obama this, Biden that. Let me tell you something, MAGA-tards. Biden lives rent-free in your fucking heads. If Trump lives rent-free in the heads of the left, then Biden lives rent-free in the heads of the right. It's crazy how a fucking 80-something-year-old man has made that much of a cognitive impact on you to the point where you can't stop talking about him. Like, just admit that you're secretly obsessed with him. It's fucking embarrassing how even the most prominent right-wing figures are uniting against Trump. We tried to tell them, and they wouldn't fucking listen. Oh, by the way, Trump, when you tried making those claims about fucking the Obama and Biden administration being behind the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, like, I love the fact that even your own voter base knows that's total bullshit. How the fuck did it take them nearly a goddamn decade for them to finally wake up and realize the truth about how Donald Trump really is? About who he really is. Seriously. The dementia is showing. The dementia is showing, and yet people were literally stupid enough to vote for him a second time. Let me tell you something, guys. For those who did vote for Donald Trump, and for those who are going to remain steadfast in having unwavering support for him, let me tell you something. How does Donald Trump's big meaty dick feel in your mouth there? Because I know you're still sucking on it. Even after all of the truth and information has been revealed to the public, you're still willfully kissing Donald Trump's ass. How does it feel to know that you voted for a man who will literally die in the future without ever knowing or caring who you are? How does it feel to know that you voted for a man who, if you died tomorrow, he wouldn't know or care that you ever existed? And yet you wasted your life showing extreme support for him while knowing that he was completely unqualified as a politician. You people disgust me. You people actually disgust me. Because you people actually voted for this guy. Let me tell you something. If Donald Trump were an innocent man, if he was really an innocent man who had no convictions and he had nothing to hide, he wouldn't be so fucking defensive about releasing the Epstein files. Like, he wouldn't be begging on his hands and knees, telling his own voter base and both the Democrats and Republicans to stop talking about the Epstein files. You know what? We're not gonna listen. We're not gonna listen, because no matter how many times he keeps trying to beg us and plead with us to stop talking about him, we're not gonna fucking listen to him. Because he's just gonna keep crying until the cows come home. And it's gonna be like, I don't know how to say this. But yeah, we need to keep talking about him. This kind of shit is not a fucking joke. And for those who do see this as a joke, fuck you. You are not worthy or deserving of anyone's respect, and you can go straight to hell. I never want to hear any of these quote-unquote Christian folk claim to care about children ever again. You are not a Christian. You are worshiping a false prophet. We've been telling you this the whole time, and yet you still refuse to listen because you knew You just didn't care. You did not care. As a Christian, I should know something about false prophets because there are several verses in this book that actually talk about them, and I'm gonna read one from you. For starters, let's start off with 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 1. That says, and I quote, "But there were also false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will secretly introduce destructive heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord who bought them, bringing swift destruction on themselves," which is exactly what the MAGA supporters are doing. Donald Trump is the false prophet who literally sees himself as the second coming of Jesus. And he's the one introducing you to all this fucking, all these false narratives, these lies, and all this bullshit that people have been believing, especially when it comes to the LGBTQ, calling people groomers and shit, calling them like hell, even claiming that DEI. My fucking god! If I had to explain this to you, we'd be here all fucking day. But yeah, this also applies to the rest of the Republican base. This applies to the rest of the Republican base because when it says they will secretly introduce destructive heresies, again, they're literally bringing on the self-implosion of American democracy, and like they're literally denying. When it says denying the sovereign Lord, they're denying all of Jesus' teaching and calling it woke left trash, and then saying that Donald Trump is their one true God. Even in sentences, we have people who are literally replacing God with Trump. When they said, when they say stuff like "Trump damn it" or "Trump bless it," I want to hit you. I want to sock you right in the fucking mouth when you say this kind of shit. Like, cause you actually sound like a horrible person. There is also Jeremiah chapter 14 verse 14, and that says, and I quote, "Then the Lord said to me, the prophets are prophesying lies in my name. I have not sent them or appointed them or spoken to them. They are prophesying to you false visions, divinations, idolatries, and the delusions of their own minds." They're literally performing idolatry because, I mean, to be fair, they do idolize Donald Trump. They literally treat him like a king, even though he's not one and will never be one. You people are fucking delusional. Like, you people are actually stupid, ungrateful, un-American, unpatriotic, retarded pieces of human excrement if you're gonna continue supporting this man. Either way, the point of the matter is Donald Trump is definitely hiding something because he claims that the whole Epstein thing is a waste of time, and he claims it's all a hoax, and he claims that it's he loves to call things that are truth hoaxes when things are not going his way. That's like a common pattern for him. So yeah, he, like, even though there's literal image and video footage of him associating with Epstein, like, he's gonna continue denying it. He's always asking the question. He's literally sheepishly asking the question, why do people even care about this? This is just a waste of time. Like, he's literally saying this with a shit-eating grin on his face, acting like he's literally trying to hide something from the public. Donald Trump, you're a public servant. You were elected to lead this country, and you were elected to work for the people. But you're choosing to not listen to the people because you're too fucking stupid and selfish to listen to what the people think is best for the country. But you only care about what's best for you in particular. You and your entire administration are complicit in defending a fucking pedophile, and the rest of the fucking Republicans in the House who voted against releasing the Epstein files, you are all evil, and I hope that all of your seats in the House are taken away. It is currently the evening as of the time I am recording this portion of the video, and some new information came to light, and I'm addressing it in this part of the video. Apparently, Donald Trump released a statement, and yes, this is related to the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Like, first I'm hearing the news about CBS canceling The Late Show with Stephen Colbert with nothing new to replace it, bringing an end to all late night programming on CBS, So they got nothing to compete with NBC and ABC. So, what the fuck? But yeah, aside from that, Donald Trump released a new statement about the Jeffrey Epstein situation, and he says, and I quote, "Based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, I have asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. This scam, perpetuated by the Democrats, should end right now." He's clearly fucking guilty. An innocent person would never behave like this. Like, again, if you have nothing to hide and you have no convictions at all, you would have no problem releasing the fucking Jeffrey Epstein files. Is it really this difficult to do that? Is it really that fucking difficult to do that? Not surprising is the fact that recently in my news feed I found out another Comey got fired. First it was James Comey, then we got I forgot what the other one's name is, but all I know is that she got fired too, because this is yet another way of Trump trying to impede the details of Jeffrey Epstein from becoming public record. I mentioned before that Trump actually campaigned on releasing the Epstein files during his initial campaign when he was running in the 2016 presidential election. He campaigned on releasing the Epstein files just to appeal to voters skeptical of elites, promising transparency. But now, based on the fact that the FBI and the Attorney General is blatantly refusing to release the Epstein files, like, he's claiming that the files were fabricated by Obama and Comey just to deflect blame like he always does. Remember when Vivek Ramaswamy said that the Republican Party was a quote-unquote party of losers? Take a good look at Donald Trump and you'll see why. He's literally a disgrace to the entire Republican Party. And as a Republican myself, I want nothing to fucking do with him. Again, this hat I'm wearing is solely for parody purposes and parody purposes only. This satire is satire, and it's meant to promote my company the same way Impact Wrestling did back in 2017. So yeah, I'm not a Trump supporter, and this merchandise was made solely for the purpose of satire and parody. And if you don't know what the words satire or parody mean, the dictionary is right there. Don't be too fucking stupid to use it. But yeah, he keeps claiming that the files of Jeffrey Epstein were fabricated by Obama and Comey just to deflect blame and downplay his own ties to Epstein. It's basically strategic backpedaling. He does this every fucking time. Every time he proposes something, he always walks back on it. Like, no wonder people have been calling him Taco Trump. He makes promises that he can't keep, and his mouth keeps writing checks that his ass can't cash. As for Donald Trump himself, this is my message to you. The people, except for me, fuck you. The people elected you to be a public servant. You work for the people. They elected you to lead the country into the future. But all you're doing is taking us backward with each step you take. The people were dumb enough to fall for your bullshit before, but now they see right through you. They see you for what you truly are. An immoral, disgusting waste of space, oxygen, and human flesh. And a pusillanimous coward. And a spit in the face to the entire human race. We already know that you're a racist and misogynistic piece of shit. I don't even have to say it. I just think that you're a genuinely disgusting and abhorrent individual. Now, I knew about all the horrible shit you did beforehand, but this, like, all those times you walked back on your promises was one thing, but walking back on your promise to release the Jeffrey Epstein files, and then blatantly doubling down on refusing to release them is another. We all know you're on those files, dude. Just come clean and take accountability. Just know that even when you do, or if you do, that is, if you develop the testicular fortitude to do so, even when you do, you're never getting your supporters back. I hope you understand that. Your political career is going to fail bigger than your previous business ventures, most of which have been completely fraudulent. We all know that you're the kind of quote-unquote billionaire who likes to find several different ways and means to scam people out of their money and fuck them over at a moment's notice and not have an ounce of remorse for it. May God have mercy on your soul when the midterms come, because we all know that despite me being a Republican, I just know that when the midterms come, the Democrats are going to kick your ass. I'm just waiting for the day that you finally get impeached like Richard M. Nixon. Oh wait, he voluntarily resigned, but I'm hoping you get kicked out by force. And you keep saying you're gonna make America great again. What have you done that has made this country great again? I'm gonna say it several times. This country was great before you even existed. This country was great before you won the sperm race to fertilize your mother's egg. I have no mercy, and I have no sympathy, and I have no respect for people like you. I'm gonna close out with this. It should not be this hard to just do as you're fucking told and release the goddamn Epstein files and uncover all the other shit that you're keeping secret from us. It's good that you released the JFK information, but if you can do that, then there's no excuse for you not to release the Epstein files. Whether you're on it or not, I don't care. Just release them to the public. It really is not that hard. And as for you people who are going to be out there dick riding Trump about this, who are going to stand with him in this fucking Epstein shit, for you people, I wish that anti-abortion protesters never existed, because if people had the liberty to get abortions anytime and anywhere they wanted, people like you wouldn't even be a thought in their mind. You're not conservatives. You're cult members. All of you Trump supporters, you're all cult members. Voluntarily, of your own volition. Drinking the quote-unquote sweet nectar of Donald Trump's juices. You all disgust me. And on behalf of all of the true patriots of the United States of America, whether they're Democratic, Republican, or Independent, to every single person who ever voted for Donald Trump in both the 2016 election and the 2024 election, from the bottom of my heart, go fuck yourself. That is all. Thank you all for watching this video. If more updates come to light about the situation, I will definitely talk about them. I'm glad I could be back to doing this again, especially for the first time in 7 months. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Just leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat, because I post new content quite frequently. This, of course, has been your host with the most, Rhapsody, and I will see you guys next time. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. And until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and stay blessed, and of course, stay sexy. Peace. Oh, by the way, one more thing before I leave. If any of my viewers are wearing a MAGA hat, burn that shit to the fucking ground! That is all. See ya.